Hello, everyone. Welcome to In the Shade with Queena. Today, we are going to be discussing a few topics. Well, actually, we're discussing two topics in the news trending. One is surrounding the TikTok viral sensation Spin That in a proclaimed self-snitcher. Okay. And we're going to be also talking about another TikTok star who went over there to Dubai to go visit her boyfriend. And now she's facing a firing squad. Guys, this is crazy. We're going to get right into it. But first, we're going to get into this.
Running with them demons, I repented for my sinning. Jesus loved me even through a life I was pretending. Imagine playing gangster, any day can be your winning. Imagine playing all your life to find out you ain't winning. Devil tried to pull my car, but God denied the transaction. Had to wait on God, but now we here and he gon' make it happen. Proclaim the gospel, really preaching when they think I'm rapping. I was in the game, replicating what I practiced. I've been through some things. God brought the healing, I've been through some pain. I knew the sun was there, even when the storm brought some rain. I learned to play the cards, I'm dealt, thank God I know the Uno reigns. Then you stop playing games, you learn to call a spade a spade. I've been with the mix, just ask the streets, ain't turning down a fade. But ever since I found that living water, I'm on a different wave. My book the same, but the story changed when you turn the page. A new chapter, I ain't on my own, let Jesus lead the way. Young was still in the streets, I'm yelling how long. My little youngin', for he knew a stripper, homie.
So what's up, guys? I'm gonna be doing lives very soon. As soon as I get a better camera set up, because my camera sucks on my MacBook. It makes me look crazy and it doesn't do me any justice. That's why I'm using Faceless at this time. But soon we're going to be getting into lives. I know it's going to be very lonely over there, but hopefully a couple of you guys come and join me. Put in the comments what you would like me to talk about, and who's going to be my family, starting from the bottom over here with me. We're going to be starting from the bottom, and then one day we're going to be like, now we here. So the first thing that I want to get into today is about, it's going to start my introduction of what I'm going to be talking about. And this is all reactions, guys. We're just going to be reacting to these situations that's been happening in the media that I find interesting. But first, we're going to talk about this girl and her mother, her mammy. Okay, I'm gonna call her mammy because I don't know what mom goes around doing this type of thing, but I guess for fortune and fame, people do anything. Okay, so let's just add that to the screen. Let's get into her.
She stole $500,000 in gear, got out of prison, and within 24 hours, she was back behind bars, all because of a TikTok video. Meet Janice Downs, Washington State's most reckless retail thief. Her latest heist, snatching 2 Louis Vuitton bags worth over $7,000 from a Seattle Nordstrom. But the real kicker happened the very next day when she posted a TikTok video of her mom flexing the stolen purses to Young Miami's viral Spent That record. Wait, it gets crazier. Detectives didn't just find her, they recognized her signature look from previous crimes. She was caught wearing the exact same outfit from the security footage, right down to her white painted toenails. She stole $500,000 in gear, got out of prison, and within...
Okay, so you guys seen that. That is crazy, right? So obviously there's a new TikTok buzz going around where everyone's doing dance to Spin That. But it's just diabolical that someone would go into a store and steal and then go online and actually do the TikTok trend so they can go viral with the stolen items, like the feds isn't watching this whole situation. I personally think that Miami is working with the feds when she put this song out. That's just my personal opinion. I can be wrong, but I know that she deals with Diddy, and they said for years and years and years he is a fed. That's why he's gotten away with so much stuff. And I love the song. Don't get me wrong. It's very catchy. It's fun to get into, but this was diabolical for me. This situation is crazy. So, according to the King County prosecutors and Bellevue police, 25-year-old Janice Renee Downs, who also goes by Punchy, she looked like a little Punchy. I wonder why they call her Punchy. That's funny. And her mother, Janice Wiley, were arrested in mid-June. So that was this month. This month is actually about to end. So this didn't happen that long ago. Okay. The trouble started when Downs and an accomplice allegedly distracted the sales associate at Nordstrom's in downtown Seattle, making off with 2 Louis Vuitton handbags valued over $7,000, guys. $7,000. I didn't even know that people would go into these stores and actually can get these bags out of these stores. I thought they were locked up. Yeah, that's crazy. But just days after the heist, a TikTok video surfaced featuring the mother, Wiley, dancing with the exact same stolen Louis Vuitton bags, okay? So after they went into the store, her and her friend, and they were distracting them. I think they distracted them because one of the friends had on like a Muslim scarf, and she probably was the one that was kind of distracting the situation. I don't know, but that's crazy. This is wild. While the dude thought they were flexing for the grid, detectives were busy treating the TikTok as a primary evidence exhibit. So you got to know that social media is being monitored by the feds. There's like a unit that specifically monitors social media just to find crime, or if they're on to someone that is committing crime, they're going to stalk their social media. Okay, they're going to stalk whoever they're around. They're going to stalk whoever they are affiliated with. They are very skilled with their investigation when it comes to social media, and a lot of people expose themselves on social media when it comes to crime. So investigators cross-referenced the video with store surveillance footage and matched highly specific details, including the suspect's jewelry, clothing, and even the scene with white painted toenails and fingernail polish. Okay, so they are very, very into all of this social media stuff. Wow. This wasn't Downs' first run-in with the retail theft. She was already on probation, guys. She was already on probation, and she decided to still go out here stealing and shit for involvement in the organized retail theft ring spanning from Washington, Oregon, and California, which she allegedly involved over $500,000 in stolen merchandise. $500,000 this girl has gotten away with. She is a fucking professional thief, okay? She's a professional. This song was made specifically for her. I wouldn't be surprised if they put this song out here just for her. Because they were trying to get, you know what I mean? Janice Downs, the daughter, currently remains jailed on a hefty $215,000 bond. Okay, so y'all ain't got $215,000 and y'all been out here stealing like crazy. Y'all ain't tell the people buying all this shit out for y'all ain't gonna help you out. And she's facing first-degree organized retail theft charge alongside 17 other felonies across multiple states. And then the mother was released after posting a $50,000 bond for the role in the aftermath. Okay, so the mom is involved as well, and that's because she's flaunting these purses online and flaunting all this stuff after her daughter is bringing all this shit probably to their crib. I don't know. Suffice it is using a viral song about spending cash to flaunt merchandise you allegedly boosted is a surefire way to fast track a police investigation. No, I don't feel sorry for these two because did you want to get caught? Like I'm just asking for a friend, like not even for a friend. I'm asking for myself because why the hell would you go on here with all those items after you already been out on bail, out on probation, and do a viral TikTok trend to show off that you've been out here stealing this shit? Like, I mean, this is crazy. And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if this song was specifically put out there for Young Miami to, you know, put out there to catch up with people like her, because they do shit like this and they are very involved with, a lot of different artists, and they work with a lot of different people behind the scenes that you would never know are involved with the feds. I'm gonna do some other commentary on that as well. Who else I think that is involved with the feds? Just my opinion. This is all reactional, and that's that. Who gets away with a lot of different things. But I'm gonna be paying attention to this. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that she should go to jail, her and her mammy? Do you think that they shouldn't have been watching her because of it's just a song? Or what do you guys think about this situation? Let me know down in the comments what you think about this. But we're going to get into the real reason why we're here, okay? We're going to get into the real reason why we're here right now, okay? Guys, this situation is crazy right here. A young girl, she was 23 years old, went over to see her boyfriend over there in Dubai. So let me put this on the screen for you guys so you can see what she looks like and see what's going on. And then we'll talk about it. Okay. So let me edit. Okay, here it is. So this is a girl from she's a British citizen, and she faces major legal crisis abroad over there in Dubai because she decided to go and see her boyfriend. I'm assuming the guy on the screen is her boyfriend that she went to go see. He's unfortunately not here anymore. I don't know if it's unfortunate or not, but I'm just saying that for the purposes of I don't really even know what really happened. But a TikTok influencer is facing execution by firing squad in Dubai after stabbing her 26-year-old British boyfriend to death during an alleged domestic abuse incident. Okay, so. Of course, they're going to say allegedly because nobody really knows what happened but him and her, right? This situation is crazy because a lot of women go over to Dubai for the purposes of, I believe they're going over there for the purposes of tricking, just to think, call a thing a thing, okay? Because we all know that there's a lot of riffraff going over there on Dubai that we don't know about, and that a lot of girls are going over there to obtain fortune and fame over there. It's beautiful over there, so they can go over there and take beautiful pictures, and they're dealing with men that are offering them money for different services. Okay, now I don't know if this was her real boyfriend or what happened or how this came about, but when you go over to other countries, you have to face consequences of their laws if you break their laws, okay? And depending on what country you are from and what their relations with the other country are, it can get pretty bad for a person who doesn't have is that's coming from another country that doesn't have a good personal relationship with that country. So she's over there in jail right now facing a firing squad because allegedly she was mistreated by this man. He put hands on her and she was defending herself, so she said. So I'm gonna go along with that she might have been defending herself. I don't know. We're just gonna have to see how this plays out because she's gonna have to have a trial. And if she's convicted, she's gonna be unalived by firing squad. Now I don't know how they go about this firing squad situation over there. It sounds crazy as hell to me, but I know she's over there devastated and terrified for her life because she might have been terrified when she had to take the life of another individual. I don't know. But what do you guys think about this situation? Let's read about Brooke. Brooke George, 23, met the man reportedly locally as Bill Treby on Facebook. So she met him on Facebook. Red flag. Okay. I ain't gonna say that's a red flag. He could have been a good person, and she just, they got to know each other through Facebook, and then she traveled to Dubai to visit him. Now, this is her second trip over there, so she had a successful trip the first time. Okay, she decided to go back over there to, she's thinking this person is her boyfriend. By now they probably gained a pretty personal relationship with each other, and she felt comfortable enough to go back over there. Well, the second time she went over there, he was allegedly controlling and abusive. She says he punched her in the face and booked her a one-way ticket so she couldn't easily leave, and withheld her passport from her, guys. Now this is scary. Like, could you imagine going to see someone for the second time? You had a great time the first time. I mean, she probably was amazing, and she went back, and they just turned into a whole different person, and they withheld your passport. Wouldn't you be like terrified? You're all the way over in another country, far as hell from where you're from, and now this person is. You don't know what they're up to. I heard also that he had her over there taking pictures and doing all that. He probably was preparing her to sex traffic that girl, and she started to feel like that's what was about to happen with her. Yeah, this is terrifying, whether or not she was going over there for whatever reasons. This is wild. Okay. I don't think this girl just went over there just to go unalive this man for no reason. Okay. I really don't. Because whatever reason that she needed to defend herself, she didn't have anyone else there to protect her. Okay. Because she don't know about the laws and things over there. My personal opinion, before you go anywhere to any other country, find out what kind of law they have over there, especially if you commit a crime, because a lot of people don't understand if you commit a crime in another country, if they don't have a great relationship with the country you come from, then it can get very bad for you. Okay. So that's my advice for someone that's detained over there in Dubai. So according to the advocacy group, detained in Dubai, Brooke booked a one-way flight home to escape the situation. When she returned to the shared apartment to retrieve her passport, okay, she was violently assaulted. And she claimed self-defense. Brooke states she was repeatedly punched, feared for her life, and grabbed the kitchen knife to defend herself, fatally stabbing the man. Okay, so yeah. She was stopped by authorities at the airport while attempting to flee the state of shock, showing visible face injuries and bruising. So she did have bruising, and there was physical evidence that he may have assaulted her. Okay, so let's just keep that in mind. So, like I said, I don't believe this girl just went over to kill a man, like just for no apparent reason. Like that's crazy. Like nobody's going to go that far just to do something like that. She had trust for this man, and apparently she was afraid. As far as I can see, I don't know. We still have to see how this plays out because it can play out unfavorably to her, depending on how her trial and stuff can go over here. This is very scary, but this should be a wake-up call to people, the young girls that be going over there to Dubai for whatever reasons. Even me, like as a young girl, I might have been provoked to go over there if someone wooed me and said, "Oh, I have $100,000 for you. Could you come rub my feet?" That's what the type of shit that goes on over here, and other things too. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what goes on over here in the comments. Write some things that y'all know go on over here over in Dubai. What these girls are going over here doing. But this is very unfortunate, and I don't know what the outcome will be, but hopefully everything turns out good for her because that's terrifying to have to face a firing squad. These countries we have some wild ass rules for people that do crimes over there. Yeah, that's crazy. But guys, what do you think about this situation? It's the death penalty. That's the way they deal with the death penalty over there, and it's very common in other countries that the death penalty is very different in the country that we live in. So people need to start instead of investigating who got the most money over that motherfucker. They need to be investigating what will happen if they commit a crime over there. And in this case, the crime that she committed, she unalived someone that was from over there. And unfortunately, she's not from over there. So now she has to deal with the consequences of their rules. So we're going to talk about the government cannot provide direct legal funding or representation for her. So she has to get representation from over there, which is another tricky thing because, they could be on his side. Ultimately, you know what I mean? I don't know. Ultimately, cases like this become delicate and balancing act because there's probably I heard there's a lot of civil rights people over there booting for her, but that's just all they can do. They can only do so much. So we're going to be following this case and see what's going to happen with this. What do you guys think will happen with this young girl over there? Do you think that they will convict her of unaliving her former boyfriend, or do you think she was trying to escape too? She didn't even probably tell them that this shit happened. That's another thing. Like they're so strict over there. Like you would have to report this situation. And there's a lot of things that is going to come out that's going to be unfavorable for her. But I'm hoping that she gets out of this situation personally. I'm not the type of person that would want to see something like this for a young girl. She still has her whole life ahead of her. And yeah, this is just fucked up. Okay. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Let me know what other topics you would like to discuss. And thank you for listening to my recording, guys. Have a great day. It's Tuesday. Bye.